Hi there, this is Max Doolin. I am the founder of the Spokane Cyber Cup, and this is the solution to the challenge user agent. The first thing we always do is look at the prompt, and user agent is a very good name for this. It points out what's going on. So, the application is being restricted based upon the user agent header. It is your job to bypass this to get the flag. Hint, review the HTML and JavaScript. Hint, making the request with curl or the browser development tools or Chrome extension also works. So if we go to the if you go to the website here and we load it up, we'll notice that we're getting a super duper secret page, and it says you're using the improper user agent. Well, what is the user agent? User agent header. According to Mozilla, user agent request header is a characteristic string that tells servers and network peers identifiers of the application who the user making the request is. It says, warning, please read browser detection using the user agent for why serving different web pages or services to different browsers is usually a bad idea. The point, though, is that this is like I'm using Firefox, I'm using Chrome, I'm using Opera, I'm using Safari, or whatever browser you're using. And it is common for developers to think, oh, this is a good way to restrict stuff. And that is not a great idea, because the user agent, as all other headers, are actually directly controlled by us. Now, if we look at the Chrome developer tools here, which I think it was Option Shift I for that on Mac OS, and we look at the network tab, we'll be able to see this. And if we look at this request right here, and look at the request headers, we'll see this one here is user agent. And it says Mozilla, Macintosh, Intel Mac OS. It gives us a bunch of information about that. So at this point, we don't really know what's going on. All we know is that it's restricting based upon the user agent header, which is directly controlled by us from this request. The browser automatically sends this for the most part, but we also can't control it. Now, there are a couple different ways to solve this challenge. The main thing now is now we know that user agent header is what's being controlled, what is the proper user agent header? One of the hints was look at the JavaScript in HTML. So let's do that. If we go here and look at the inspector, is there anything here that tells us what's going on? Okay, I see some JavaScript. That's not the header. That's not the script I was thinking about. Control Shift, Command Shift U. Yeah, Command Shift U gives us that. Okay, so we have code.js. I did Command Shift U to get to this code. So we can see here it's making a request to port 8000, which may change for the actual event. It says only checks the user agent header, expects the secret value of CyberCup 5. So it appears that the user agent of CyberCup 5, or V, is actually what would be the right thing. And you could also find this reading the source code as well. So if we went to backend, HTTP server, we can see that it's looking for the user agent header, and it's looking for this to be CyberCup 5. So if we, I did that again. If we go back to our browser and we see the request, look at the network request once again. We click at the auth one, and it gives us a 403, which is no access. We want to give us the flag. So if we do copy as fetch, we can actually just do this all from the command line developer tools. We can go to the console, and this will replicate the request for us. And the only thing we need to change is the user agent. You do Spokane, or I think it was Cyber Cup V. What did I do wrong there? Let's debug this. The only request we have is auth. I don't know why they gave me an error. That's annoying. It says give me a CORS error. I don't know why I'd be doing that. Okay, well, it's also pretty easy to do this in a different way. If we go back to this, we can do run as curl and or PowerShell, and these are scripting languages that can easily be used. So we're gonna go here. We can see that it's recreated this request for us. However, we still haven't set the user agent header. So if we go back to the browser and we paste this in here, I can find the user agent header somewhere in here. I can change that. Let's go Cyber Cup 5. Now make that request again, and boom, there's the flag. So there's a couple of different ways to set the user agent header, but I just prefer to use curl. You could also just do this by hand. If we know this is the domain, which we could look at in the browser developer tools, we know it's the user agent header, we could just do the -h, user-agent, Cyber Cup 5, and that would work as well. So this is user agent challenge. Goal is to find the user agent and then make a request with that user agent to bypass security protection.